the thing that separates the right from the left is the amount of love that the people have for each other and other people versus the love that you have only for yourself or lack thereof for the people just around you in your circle. Las Perras. Cheers, bro. So we got the cafecito, but we don't got the conchas today, bro.
Yeah, no conchas.
No
Last
conchas.
time we didn't have tacos, and now we don't have conchas. So it's like Cafés Con Chicanos.
Next time we're gonna have the conchas, but not the cafe, bro.
Yeah. Welcome back. I'm Sergio.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Eddie.
Welcome to Conchas Con Chicanos.
Conchas Con Chicanos, yeah.
Conchas Con Chicanos. It's such a like.
Yeah, Conchas Con Chicano.
Conchas Con Chicano.
You either say it like Parangaro Mikoro or you say it like Parangaro Mikoro. It'll trip up somebody, dude.
Here we talk about Chicanismo, Chicano stuff, Mexican stuff.
Just a broader lens of the Latino culture as well, too. You know, we'll talk about everything under the sun. One thing I wanted to say first and foremost was thank you to all the support on our first ever episode. That was actually really, really cool and kind of unexpected, dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I did not expect that.
Yeah, it's like obviously that like it's still a pretty interesting amount of support.
Yeah.
Cause like we just put it up there and it's like, all right, well, whoever like
We sent into the abyss.
yeah, sent it into the abyss and like some people watched it. It is something unexpected. But it's cool. It's cool to like have that kind of I guess validation.
Yes.
Because it wasn't something that we were looking for, but it was
No,
like
not at all. I was surprised that many people cared.
yeah.
That many people actually agreed with the way that you and me felt with the amount of Chicano representation that we don't have in the media and how we're kind of portrayed.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I got a lot of interesting feedback from people. We did discuss this off camera, but now we can discuss this on camera. We got a lot of support, but we also got some pushback. So there were a couple of people that would be like, all right, cool, yes, I agree that Chicanoism, like being a Chicano isn't a monolith, of course, as well, but what about the people that don't feel Chicano, but don't fit in anywhere else, really?
Yeah. I get what you mean.
We got a couple of those as well, too, you know?
For sure, and that's like, I mean, that's the whole point. You're not gonna say something that everyone agrees
No,
with.
100% not.
But yeah, that's like it's always a thing that, you know, we're not the fucking
We're
not the what's it
the
called?
arbiters.
The arbiters of
The arbiters of
Chicano.
Chicanoism.
You know, like I barely found out what the fuck it was about like early this year.
Yeah.
So it's like been a lot of like just learning and quickly embracing that stuff. And obviously,
And really, really learning what it is, dude.
and
Dude,
hopefully-
just like you, actually. Hold on. So I'll let you finish your thought.
no, yeah, I was just gonna say like hopefully we can have professors and shit, you know, that like teach and learn and study and all this sort of stuff about Chicano stuff. Hopefully we can do that. There's so much to learn.
Absolutely.
And there's so many ways of learning. Or at least I don't know how to like properly fucking, you know, teach whatever or share.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, we're definitely not teachers.
No, we're
not
not
teachers,
teachers.
guys.
No, but it's like having a professor who is comfortable in that space, who is able to like
Well
educate.
versed as well, yeah. Apart from that, I mean, I personally myself would love to learn more about Chicanismo. It's something just like you, I've finally started to embrace because my whole life, man, you know, I went through my phases of like, no, I'm Mexican, no, I'm Salvadorian, no, I'm half and half. Don't call me Hispanic, I'm Latino, you know? And then it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm Mexican American, Salvadorian, whatever the fuck, you know? Like, I went through so many different phases. One where I was like, yeah, I'm just American, you know? But then I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm learning, dude. I'm learning, and I'm finally starting to embrace maybe Chicano is the identity that fits me the most.
Yeah.
It's where I feel like I can fit in the absolute most and kind of resonate with more than any other title out there. Because, you know, like I said in the last episode, it's not being a Chicano isn't a monolith. You can be Chicano and be anything as well. I had a conversation with a guy because he walked up to me and he told me about this episode. And we had a long conversation about this exact same thing. And I told him, being a Chicano for me, right, is like having a pair of shoes. You know, if you have a pair of shoes, you can really walk anywhere, man. And then from there, you can style yourself and be however you want. You can also change your shoes out. You can do anything you want. But when you have a steady base, when you have roots, You know, something that you can establish yourself in or ground yourself to. I think you can really define what else comes, you know, or like what comes next, that kind of thing, you know. I do know that whenever you do dress, you know, actually physically, not metaphorically, the last thing to put on is your shoes, but you still need them. You still need them.
Yeah, I think especially with like outfits, you kind of think about the shoes first. I feel when it comes to like dressing yourself, you do start from bottom up,
Yeah.
and my fit's kind of atrocious right now.
Oh, dude, you're telling me, man.
Yeah, I like that analogy a lot. It's really
It's something I'm workshopping. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little rough, but I'm workshopping it.
It's ever changing, you know. What was Chicano maybe 30, 40 years ago isn't maybe what it is now, you know? And it evolves, it changes, and like that's the whole point. It's not a set thing that I feel like people get kind of stuck in. It's like, oh, I don't look Chicano, or I don't feel or sound Chicano. And it's not really like any of those things like we mentioned. It's how you take it and you adapt it and change it into your own personal version of it.
Yes. Mold it for yourself.
Yeah. Mold it for yourself. Don't try to force yourself into
A vacuum echo chamber.
Hi, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
No, my parents are here like promoting their business. They do window tint on cars.
Oh, cool.
You're the one doing Las Perras, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow you on
Oh,
Instagram.
thank you so
I love
much.
that. I'm actually from Pasadena. Like,
Oh.
I grew up there.
That's what's
So
up.
I'm very passionate about that subject.
Thank you.
So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
excited about it. But anyway, so they're promoting their business. They do
Oh,
window
yeah.
tinting. So if you guys know anyone that would need window tint on their car, they're giving away like 10% off.
Nice.
coupons.
I'll
So,
pass it along.
Yeah.
To
I'll take one.
Pasadena?
Yeah, of course. It's close to Pasadena.
Close.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
it's like
it.
South Houston area.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool. Well, you guys hear this?
Since Panino,
We got Tints by Nino on 9112 North Broadway, Houston, Texas 77034. Call 713-269-6177 to make an appointment.
on the screen,
On the screen, I'm sure
somewhere,
we'll put it up there.
if I
Hopefully.
remember.
If we remember, yeah. That was very impromptu, guys. As you can see, we're for the people. Hell yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it's like,
I love that.
it's also just, I lost my track of thought. But essentially, I don't know.
Don't look to me. Blank mind free. that reset my hard drive too.
People have to like I would, what I think our role is just introducing, being the introduction.
Yeah.
Like we have our own version of it that we share and we think about stuff, and hopefully it's enticing enough for younger Latinos or Chicanos or whoever to explore their own selves.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it is a self-development.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And yes, we were talking about you can mold it to fit however you want, you know?
Yeah. And not in a self-help bullshit kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not gonna read a book and then change your life.
Nope.
No, 5 habits to fucking become a millionaire.
To become a millionaire, oh my God, the quick and easy. I call that the McDonald's of books, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like,
It's fast food, but for fucking
I feel
books.
like sometimes you gotta go through that though.
Yeah.
Like, I went through my phase of like self-help books and stuff, and some of it's like actually helpful.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is just regurgitation of the same thing without really like. There's no solutions in there. It's like some of it can be tools, some of it works, some of it doesn't. It's just like you can't take it at face value.
Yeah. No, you know what? Actually, you kind of touched on a great subject. I think, and just like we've been trying to say, so nobody, please don't get us wrong. Your journey to Chicanoism is completely individual.
Mm-hmm.
Completely. That is up to you. You do what you do with that information. You make yourself what you are, man. We're just here to like tell you you're not alone in that struggle as well. And in terms of Chicanoism and accepting those kind of ideas that these books might or may not tell you is that, you know, a lot of it is just down to how are you going to do it?
Yeah.
When are you gonna do it? What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. And without delving into accidentally turning this into a fucking self-help podcast.
I read one self-help book ever, and it was You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
I have that book too. I never read it.
Dude, I listened to the audiobook. I was like super overweight back in California, dude. I'd be going up and down stairs.
I mean,
At like 3 in the morning, just listening to that shit. Like,
No, yeah,
my
like,
inner bitch.
these-
Like stupid, bro. Oh my god.
these are meant to be tools, you know?
Yeah, tools.
Not ways of life.
Or a crutch.
Yeah.
Or a crutch. Tools.
Yeah.
That's really what it is, man.
Because I went through that. Doing bodybuilding to like, because in bodybuilding you pay attention to these bodybuilders and all these people, and they're like kind of motivational speakers and stuff, and it's like, saying to them, like, you gotta work hard, you gotta work hard, you gotta work hard.
Yeah.
And then like you keep working harder and harder, and then you run out of gas, and you're like, I haven't achieved anything.
Yeah.
I have gotten maybe a little bit bigger, but like, yeah, these are tools, and you can't commit to them. You know, it's not a lifestyle. It's like life changes, it ebbs and flows, and
It does ebb and flow, man.
and with Chicanismo also, it's how you adapt to it, and how it not mold you, but like how you mold it. And people have, it's understandable why, but like people do have this idea of Chicano being like like a gangster, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with this. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's not me. I'm not a Chicano. I'm not a criminal. I'm not like, it's not that, you know?
Like I don't wear the pinche zoot.
Yeah, the zoot suits. And like,
I don't wear that.
Even-
I don't listen to oldies.
yeah,
that
and
kind of
even
shit.
like originally, I don't remember all the details about the zoot suit riots, but like, it was a form of protest, wearing this stuff. It was a form of protest of like, this is who we are.
Yes.
You know, you can't take this away from us, no matter how much you intimidate, how much you threaten us, yada yada. And then like, police were fucking brutalizing people.
Oh yeah. It also came hand in hand with the proletariat
Yeah.
unification of the working class back in those days, you know,
Mhm.
when there was actual like unity between
Yeah.
the races, you know, back in
Yeah.
California back in those days as well too.
For sure.
Just like the old skinhead movement was very much a proletariat movement as well too,
Yeah.
between working class people, racial solidarity and all that kind of stuff. You know, this is what kind of intimidates me sometimes. There's so much to learn, but I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it, dude. I love it.
And like I said, we learn as much as we can.
Yeah.
We share it as best as we can. But ultimately, I'm just an introduction.
Yeah.
And hopefully someone can see it and do whatever, and then they become a scholar, Chicano, you know, whatever, and you know, push the needle forward, because that's what all this is. It's just
Yeah.
pushing the needle
forward.
little by little. One domino eventually leads to liberation of all people.
Oh yeah.
And
Of our people.
that's ultimately the goal, you know? Not just for Mexican Americans who are being persecuted, harassed, profiled, but just in general,
For
everyone.
all people of color
Yeah, and
Latinos.
that's why we're here as well over at Las Perras Cafe.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should talk about where we're at.
Yeah.
We got right into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, we're
But
here at Las Perras.
yeah, Las Perras is a beautiful little like cafe, owned, run, operated by a Latina.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fucking place.
Oh yeah, the
It's
environment.
it's
here.
really because it opened this year.
Yeah.
It opened this year, and so they've been like incredibly doing a lot of incredible like community work.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They have like they had a SNAP benefit show. They had like a bunch of stuff like that. They constantly
That my
do-
band started.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played a
And
show.
so
for
they
Snap
do a bunch of stuff for the community, and that's also like,
Root cause.
okay, you struggle with self-identity, and you struggle with like a sense of community, and there's like, this is that third space that people ask constantly, and especially for
100%.
being like Latinos, because it hopefully, can provide that sense of just comfort. Just being in an area, in a space that is,
Yeah.
you hear the music,
You hear the
see
music,
the colors,
you see
you see like
colores, el arte.
el arte. Yeah, it's so
all that stuff
Mexican.
right here. Seeing other brown faces here too.
Yeah, and so it's incredible. It's deeply beautiful, and it makes it so like it really just genuinely helps people, or at least me, and like feeling safe, feeling secure. And it's a really magical thing whenever there's a space that does provide that kind of community.
Oh, yeah.
That isn't just like another coffee spot that is like, okay, coffee's good, food's good, whatever, but like it doesn't really
Coffee,
have a sense.
$10.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely not that place.
It doesn't have a sense of identity. A lot of coffee spots just don't
yeah.
have that identity.
It's always the rustic,
Yeah.
studio lights.
Yeah,
Fucking
like
brick wall.
you go here to
Yeah.
do your laptop, and you do that here, but like there's a sense here where you
More
can do
belonging?
something deeper,
Yeah.
and that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Something that I feel like a lot of coffee spots lack,
Yeah.
because you can get good coffee pretty much anywhere,
Yeah.
but when you go directly to one that doesn't just align with your like personal identity, but also does a lot of great things for community, you like feel good about giving them money,
Oh yeah, 100%.
and it's like, I know this is not going to be wasted.
No. Nope.
This is not going to fucking Starbucks, a multi-billionaire conglomerate that like is anti-union.
Or where the owner of the company never even goes into the shop at
Yeah.
all. Andrea's literally working right over there behind the counter.
Yeah, and so it's like, by the community for the community, by the people for the people, and that's how we, continuing the topic from last time, the circulation within our communities. The more we support each other financially, the more we all grow and are able to protect each other, serve each other, and do this without depending on the crutches of capitalist ventures.
Yeah.
And how they like to entice people with like, oh, we'll invest in your company for blah, 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 blah. And then like slowly but surely they strip away the identity
of that.
And I mean, that's capitalism, baby.
That's capitalism. Capitalism 101, man. I think, yeah, dude, I'm Bobby Pulido, Desvelado.
Oh man. But yeah,
I feel like this is Sweet Caroline for fucking Mexicans. You just can't.
I get that,
You
yeah.
can't not rock to it when you hear it, bro. Escucho cada día la radio.
So, yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to play this on.
but yeah, that sense of identity.
Yes.
Like struggling with it. The solution is not to delve into these self-help books, into these unfortunately, these are like ideas that do slowly take you to the right-wing pipeline,
Oh yeah.
It's
Yes.
like you start listening to self-help because you want to help yourself, clearly.
Yeah.
You want to grow, you want to be better.
You want to find a community. You want to find a sense of
Yeah.
belonging.
And then that's where they like
Get
grab
you. Yeah, that's where they get
They
you.
slowly do that, and like, oh, we helped you now. So you get that sense of, I don't know,
Loyalty. No. You
Yeah.
start feeling a sense of loyalty
Yeah.
towards the movement that made you feel like you belonged somewhere.
Yeah.
Whereas, but we got to keep in mind, and not to be overtly political, but absolutely right-wing politics is individualistic in its nature, where what it preaches is self-isolation,
Yeah.
doing things on your own, and all that other stuff, neglecting community, neglecting help, care, sympathy for others,
Yeah.
and kind of promoting a cold-hearted, like, do it yourself, like only you can do it, kind of strongman mentality. And in doing so, you're damaging a lot, or it in nature inherently damages the people that follow such an ideology.
Yeah.
To such an extent that they start feeling a sense of loyalty towards that ideology that made them feel strong, because they originally felt weak and needed to attach themselves
Yeah.
to an ideology that made them feel good. Whereas, finding community, finding friends, finding a social circle of like-minded people, or people that might have different ideologies and views than you. You know, it's a bit scary, it's a bit daunting, especially in the age of technology, where social media is how we make our connections nowadays, and people kind of lack the social skills to go out and just talk to somebody, you know, and kind of go out of their comfort zone. So what do? They plug behind a screen by themselves in a room and try to connect with other people on the other side of the internet, you know, and that is a direct pipeline to some pretty, I'd say pretty nefarious people, bad actors in that field a lot. And Chicanoism, sorry.
No, you keep going.
Chicanoism, or that kind of ideology it's not compatible with Chicanoism. It's not. Because being inherently Chicano means, well, what are we known for? What are our stereotypes? We have big families, lots of friends. You know, we grew up with las posadas, arrolladas. You know, not every Latino, of course, you know, don't get me wrong. Some have small families and all that stuff. They're quiet. They go to sleep at 8 o'clock, you know. They don't have the carne asadas. Pero for the most part, our community, our culture, our music, you know, our dancing, everything is very everybody oriented. Big families, big reunions, you know, all this other kind of stuff. That kind of way of thinking, it just isn't compatible with Chicanoism. But a lot of Mexican Americans and Hispanic Latino Americans are starting to identify themselves with the right-wing pipeline.
Figures like, how the fuck, you know,
For real.
Nick Fuentes,
Yeah.
a Mexican white supremacist who is now leading the charge in how the Republican Party is about to evolve. Once Trump is gone, once MAGA is gone, whatever. This is the future of that party.
Yeah.
It's a Mexican dude who's a white nationalist.
White nationalist, cat boy.
White nationalist, whatever. Like, you can be a cat boy, that doesn't matter. But he's a white nationalist, that's not good. And he's Mexican, so it's like.
Well, he's also extremely homophobic.
Yeah, he's homophobic, he's anti-Semitic, he's like Islamophobic, he's all of the worst things possible.
Sexist, transphobic, everything you can think of.
Yeah,
This
and
dude is
he's Mexican,
man.
and so that's something that I feel like should be addressed by Mexicans. That's also part of our responsibility, and like, how do we provide for our own people who are listening to this dude or who might become this dude.
Yeah.
And like, it's a really shitty thing, but like, I don't like the mindset of like, oh, we don't claim him, whatever. We're like, well, yeah, we have similar descendants and stuff, you know. It's like, ultimately, if we don't claim him, we can't take responsibility for the faults within our own communities. And that's like saying the N-word as a Mexican.
Oh yeah.
That's, you know, being anti-black.
That is being
That's
anti-black.
being, like, anti-whatever.
Anti-Chicano as well.
Anti-Chicano, yeah.
That is being anti-Chicano.
But that also, like, the whole thing about how we discuss how fucking, what's it called? Low-key, I'm getting overstimulated.
Huh?
Low-key, I'm getting overstimulated. But
there's a lot of people here.
But it's how propaganda within the United States removes us from our identities.
Oh
as
yeah, it's a
Mexicans,
well-oiled
as
machine.
Chicanos.
Yeah.
Being here in Texas, it's like the countless reinforcement of identity being tied to capitalism, to loyalty to the United States, to what the values of that is, and money and all that stuff. It's like, fuck, it's a lot.
No, yeah, it's a lot. It can feel a bit daunting at times. However, you know, like, it's important to not lose hope.
Yeah.
It's very important to not lose hope. But then you're right, dude. Like, you get someone like Nick Fuentes, who is like a walking contradiction, you know? He's a white Mexican, has done the catboy stuff in the past, has never had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever he prefers, has never had sex, has never had love, you know? And that, sorry to bring it back to my tangent a little bit, but that is so indicative of the isolationist ideology that exists within right-wing politics. Because at the end of the day, the thing that separates the right from the left is the amount of love that the people have for each other and other people versus the love that you have only for yourself or lack thereof for the people just around you in your circle. You know, like if you talk to white supremacists, they're fucking miserable.
Yeah, they hate themselves.
They fucking hate themselves and they hate everybody.
Yeah.
I've talked to some and they'll be like, I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally. I was like, why don't you love everyone equally? Have you tried that? Have you tried loving yourself, man?
Yeah,
you know,
it's
and
like,
but I get it at the same time because they're a victim of this well-oiled propaganda machine that's been around since radio evangelism.
yeah,
Like that takeover by the evangelicals and the conservative Republicans that co-opted Christian evangelism into politics has been so deliberate and so successful, unfortunately.
and
It's
it's
been
like
really unfortunate.
over 100 years of like
Probably, yeah.
this propaganda, you know?
Don't quote us on that because I don't know the number off the top of
Yeah,
my head.
yeah. Obviously, like it's some estimate, but like it's been so many decades upon decades of all of this Red Scare, of McCarthyism, of you know, Japanese internment camps.
Oh yeah.
Like the Mexican Recreation Act, of Jim Crow South.
Jim Crow era, yeah.
It's so many fucking things that, you know.
To 9/11 with the anti-Muslim
and that's
and
still,
Arab
that's going on right
sentiments
now
as well, yeah.
Because back in the 80s or 90s, whatever, like we were homies with the, you know, some of the like, not because the United States is responsible for Al Qaeda. You know, training them, giving them arms that eventually led to 9/11.
Which is a war crime, by the way.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know that, training insurgents in different countries.
Yeah, but that's
is a
like
war
the
crime.
trend, you know? And
Yeah,
now
right? By the United States.
Now it's just Venezuela
Venezuela is the next
is the next one.
Is the next one, yeah.
And who knows? Maybe they were responsible for partly doing the protests in Mexico recently.
Oh yeah, because there were a lot of Nazi symbols over there in the protests as well.
It was like co-opted by far-right figures.
Yes.
The former president, Vicente Fox from, I don't know, PRI or PAN, one of those two. They're constantly doing this bullshit, and then we also have to deal with this shit in here.
Yeah.
But it's like, since we are living in the imperial core, what can we do to like slightly try to like adjust to push against it, to like push the needle forward?
Yeah.
You know?
And
it can be overwhelming. I do
be
want to say that, and like
Feels
it can be
overwhelming.
very, very like anxiety inducing to the point where you can't get out of bed. But like you said, hope,
and love.
hope and love.
Hope and love is what I say,
Don't,
man.
you know, you can't fall into the bullshit that white supremacists fall into.
Yeah.
Where they just hate themselves, they hate the world, everything's terrible, so fuck everyone.
Fuck everyone. Yeah. It's very nihilist.
Yeah.
Nihilism for some reason is like the cultural norm way of thinking. Everyone sucks, everything sucks. So be shitty. And it's like, why? You know, like I feel like you just look miserable that way, man. I feel like you feel
like,
miserable that way, yeah.
Nihilism, I believe, is believing that nothing matters.
Yes.
Or that like
I said that so confidently.
There's absence of like that, you know, nothing inherently matters.
Nothing inherently matters.
Which can lead towards this narcissistic, destructive ideas of white supremacy and far right ideology.
Yeah.
But nihilism can also lead towards like, oh, nothing is inherently valuable or matters. Let me add that.
Yeah.
Let me create that. Why does that matter to me? You know, it goes both ways, right? Like, it is very like tough, but it's hope that kind of keeps us going, you know? Like, hopefully we do everything we can in this lifetime so that, you know, we push against the hordes of far-right extremists and ideologies that oppress everyone, not just Chicanos, not just immigrants, but everyone.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I've been spending a lot of time thinking of the influence of right-wing white supremacist ideologies and how they've affected every single person of color in this world.
Yeah.
And it kind of saddens me, man, because I'm like, dude, Think of how many. Okay, let's not sit here and pretend that no human culture is completely peaceful. That no human culture hasn't subjected other people to pain and suffering.
Yeah.
However, there's been one culture that has done it in the name of racial superiority,
Yeah.
theology, and continues to perpetuate that violence today, and that is white supremacist culture.
Yeah.
Of course, gotta say, of not every white person. We completely understand that, but we are talking about the dominant, dominant culture that is trying to oppress everyone because they feel like once we have finally gotten an equal playing field, that is putting them at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
When they've had the advantage the entire time.
It's the attempt to create a white ethno state.
Yes.
You know,
a theological
like,
one too.
A theological, yeah, like
as well.
They refer to them as WASPs.
Yeah.
Or white Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Yep, WASPs.
And that ideology is just like, my race is better, my religion is better, I am right, you are not human.
Yes, and your people were savages before we came here, and brought culture and what do they like? What do they love to say?
They brought culture.
We brought laws and order.
Order,
you know?
order to the chaos.
Order to the chaos, man. And no,
they were the chaos.
When the Spanish came to the New Americas, you know, to Tenochtitlan and all those other places, they saw aqueducts. They saw clean streets. You know, beautiful floating gardens, the chinampas, all that other stuff.
You know what's fucking crazy that I just thought about is like how I forget where I read this, but like I remember being taught that the Aztecs thought they were gods. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, they didn't. What the fuck? That was nice.
Wait, who said that?
I don't know, like some history books. You know?
Oh, okay.
Some textbooks.
Really?
You know, growing up in Texas, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the Aztecs thought they were gods, so that's why they fed them and gave them housing and all of this or whatever. And like, I doubt that's true. Because like, that's just implying that they were savages and they were dumb.
Yeah.
They didn't know anything.
Yeah.
When they had like civilizations, empires.
Yeah.
And they knew how to make fucking sewage work. They were really.
They actually figured out the concept of zero.
Really?
Yeah, mathematical.
Oh,
mathematically wise. Yeah,
they searched that up.
It was the Aztecs or Mayans that thought of the concept of zero.
Yeah.
A placeholder.
Yeah, and obviously, like, it's not just Aztecs or Mayans.
Yeah,
like,
because you had countless other little tribes.
Yeah. The
Guatemala.
The Mixtec.
The Mixtec.
Fucking, I gotta. I don't.
There's way too many.
Yeah,
there's a lot. And all of y'all are equally important.
Yeah, and like, there's that, and I mean, it leads back on how people, well, like specifically, like figures like Nick Fuentes come about because they're so miserable. They don't know who they are. They don't know what their place is in the world, and you know, maybe their mom was a little mean to them. And then there's like, fuck you, mom. I'm gonna ruin the world and become a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Because that is a loser mentality.
It is,
like,
yeah. No, these guys are
You're not a
losers.
man. You're not, you're not strong and tough because you say slurs or want to oppress people.
Or you want to R-word women and fucking, and you want to conquer land. Like, no, dude.
Like, no,
You're just a fucking
there's those
piece
like,
of shit, dude.
There's those dudes that like claim they're Mexican, but like they're like, oh, I got Spaniard in me, you know? It's like, oh, I'm a conqueror.
Conquistadores.
It's like, no, what the hell?
No, that shit's so whack.
It's so funny, but like, it's so lame.
It's like when you applaud that shit, you're essentially applauding the genocide of millions of people. I think there was like what? Okay. Put it on the screen, please. But like 85 million native indigenous people living in the Americas before the Spanish came.
Yeah.
And then like a good, like, I don't know, 70% of those people got wiped out. Think of the Taino people. The Taino people are basically, I don't want to say non-existent now.
They're very little.
There's very little. And there's active groups in Puerto Rico right now trying to preserve the Taino culture. I did see a documentary recently about them getting officially recognized as a tribe this one group. I can't remember off the top of my head. Shout out to them. You know, thank you for
Yeah.
preserving your beautiful Boricua or Taino culture. You know, but it's like, dude, like we we're still here.
Yeah. In a
We're still
similar
here.
way, that's what like Kneecap is trying to do for Ireland.
Yeah. Oh.
Because Kneecap raps in, I forget the language, but like the
Gaelic?
original Irish language.
Gaelic.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
they rap in that.
Órale.
And so
That's
like
cool.
that's their way of
Shout out
preserving
Ireland.
their culture, you know, that was wiped out and, you know, suppressed because the, you know, British came to
The
their
British
land.
colonials, yeah.
And so that's their way of protesting, and they're like super pro-Palestinian, of course. That sort of stuff is really important. And obviously being Chicano is also recognizing that indigenous root in us.
Yeah.
And while it's harder for a lot of us to know where exactly, you know, our pueblos were from, you know, we
Or how mixed we are.
yeah,
Or how mixed, because we are mixed.
we do what we can to like go back home to, or at the very least connect with our families and our people and understand where we come from and that history. And through that history, you know, it gives us compassion and empathy and hopefully can, you know, provide a sense of self, learning that history, knowing that history that has been like endlessly, the attempts to wipe it out, you know, has been endless.
Man, but I actually really liked a lot of the ideas that you touched on, especially bringing up Nick Fuentes, man. I think that was actually,
Yeah.
that's important. It's really important because that, if I'm being honest, ladies and gentlemen, they, thems, whoever, whatever, that was kind of a big reason why we did want to start this podcast, was to push back against the right-wing groups and people that are trying to adopt our people into their movement. People love to say Mexicans are conservative in nature. I've always thought that was the biggest bullshit that I've ever heard.
They're Catholic.
Yeah. I was gonna say, just because we're Catholic in religion, and I mean, to be honest, Catholicism has a lot of problems. I grew up as a Catholic. However, they have more of a progressive streak than American Christianity. Anyways, not to dive too deep into that right now.
Yeah.
A lot of Mexicans come off as, let's say, homophobic. However, they love their gay cousin.
Yeah.
They think, and that's also because of machismo, but machismo is also a whole different subject as well too, but it's slowly dying out. The ideology is dying out. I mean, look, the president of Mexico right now is Claudia Sheinbaum. However you feel about her, she's a progressive of a democratic socialist party over there in Mexico.
Yeah, Morena
and
party.
The Morena party. And they've won twice. The incumbent.
There's a reason.
The incumbent party has won twice since COVID happened. The
Approval
only one in the
rating
world.
is like 80%.
80%, yes. So she has her problems. You could say whatever you want about her, but Mexico is moving in a different direction. We're not as, I guess, conservative as people may have thought. And if you look at the polling numbers for Latinos' approval on Trump right now, it's destroyed. Whatever gains that the conservatives made, they couldn't help themselves.
Well,
they fucking destroyed it.
Let me add something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
The reason why people used to think like, oh, Mexicans are conservative or whatever, was because the decades upon decades of CIA-backed institutions and administrations in Mexico that have led to worse living conditions in Mexico to the point where they had to leave their entire homes to come to the United States.
Yeah.
And what does that do to people? It makes them go inward.
Yeah.
So protect and becomes conservative a little bit more to be like more wary of like whatever is outside. And like with Morena Party and Claudia Sheinbaum and all the work that leftists are doing in Mexico, it is like it's pushing people towards oh, my life is getting better because of fucking like this party and like I don't have to worry as much anymore, you know? And obviously there's issues, but improving the living conditions of people does help them become better people.
Absolutely. And not only that, here's another I guess food for thought, is that a lot of them try to appeal to the working class. Here's the thing about Republican conservatives, they have branded themselves as the working class party when that has been largely not true for the majority of modern American politics. So what's Latinos make up a good percentage of the workforce, and a good amount of Latinos are just working class, blue collar people. So with that being said, they think that their work is going nowhere because they aren't actually represented the way they should be. And especially when you look at the food deserts that exist within their communities, the lack of access to proper healthcare, food, transportation, good paying jobs, exploitation, good working conditions. You know, you have them kind of by the palm of your hand in a sense when you can give them a way out. Say like, hey, these people aren't helping you. Let me help you. But really, they're just, I guess, prey to more people that bad actors that really want to find them. So the conservatives brand themselves as these working class arbiters and saviors and all that stuff, but they just aren't. Conservative politics, Republican conservative politics, do not go hand in hand with the proletariat, working class people of America. Not even a little bit. Tax breaks for the rich, it will never work. Trickle-down economics was the biggest fucking lie that was ever told by a sitting U.S. president. Oh, I don't know. Trump breaks that fucking meter every day.
Good point to end it on.
Yeah. Is don't fall for it. Well, maybe that's a little snobby to say because it is hard.
Like,
but you know,
surround yourself with smarter people than you.
yes,
always.
try.
And learn as much as you can.
Learn as much as you can. Don't just take everything you say at face value.
Don't just watch this and then.
Yeah, fact check us, bro. We may or might not be right, but I do believe what I say. I'm not out here trying to trick you. I really want everybody to really do their own. Do their own research. Sounds so bad nowadays.
Yeah, because
I'm so triggered by that
it's
fucking
very
word.
tricky. But yeah, like literally, like
Yeah.
find community with
Find
people
community.
that do care about you
Yes.
and care
There you
about
go.
other people, not just themselves.
Find people to care about.
Yes.
Find
peop-
something to care about.
Find something to care about that isn't just you or some ideology.
And find somebody to help.
Yeah.
Find, if somebody asks for help, give it. You know, we're all human beings at the end of the day. We all bleed blood. We all breathe air. You know, we drink the same fucking water, man. We eat the same food to an extent. So we're not that different from each other. Do your thing. Find your shit. Find your
You
tribe.
want
Find your
community,
people.
you gotta make it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I have been Sergio Javier Valverde.
I'm Eduardo Rios.
This has been Conchas Con Chicanos.
Conchas Con Chicanos, man. And
Check
shout
out
out.
Las Perras.
Yeah, check out Las Perras Cafe over here. They're an amazing place. Beautiful vibes. All right, have a good night, guys. Dude, I've been wanting to dance this entire time, bro. Oh, this dude's going off right now. Hold on, Sergio. Keep on dancing, bro. Look at this guy. Yeah. Perras. You get out of your system, bro?
Yeah, the coffee got me up.
Dude, I'm feeling wired as fuck. My energy like rose throughout the fucking podcast like a Super Saiyan, bro.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, man. How do you stop this thing? It feels too advanced for me.